All right, guys, come and join me for what is going to be probably, hopefully this is the worst that it gets this season. It looks like there's a chance that we pull out the win anyways, but this was, for me at least, the most frustrating war of the season. Usually one of the champs I like to use or have ranked up for like certain nodes on my path are available, and they were not. They were all banned, and I think Silk, which I ranked up and never get to use. Void, I usually is banned a lot, but rarely has it been Void, Cassie, and Silk, along with Titania and Hulk as the global bans this season. Then this is a little rough for a couple spots. And this first one is a relatively easy fight with Viv Vision. All her fights are amazing. That doesn't seem to change. Any fight that I have to do with some regen that they can be heal blocked, it is just awesome to watch her go to work here. Against Thing, you just have to be careful of the rock stacks. Every time he gets to 15, I have to go ahead and just hit him in the corner there, drop another big special 2 on him, and again, I'm stuck at the rock stacks, push him to 15 into the block. Now we can throw some unblockable special ones to finish it off. This second fight here, it's an Ebony Maw that we've done with, we can do this fight usually with Void or Cassie. I went with Antman. Yes, a 7-star Antman because he's a global attacker and he's buff immune. But I really just didn't play. I started off the fight playing it relatively well, and then things just kind of went sideways for me here. I think between the withers and the debuffs that I was putting on, he was getting a ton of willpower healing, and there I just make a mistake. I lose my invul boost, and all the good work I do at the beginning of the fight slowly disappears. It just takes forever on this one. Really, I could just use the striker to get bigger, to get openings to knock him down, which I used. And I couldn't really turn those. I wasn't really playing smart enough to turn those fatigues into poisons. As you can see, I'm not going to take any like degen damage from the falter because of the global, as long as you have debuffs up on the opponent. It was just that I didn't play aggressive enough. I played. I could have just, I think the play style could have been completely different, and you're going to see this first one, I did not play as well as I should. I should have been, I think when I revive, I screw up, I end up pushing him to 2 bars of power, he gets an unblockable special 2, and I'm just extremely disappointed in this matchup here. But then we go in, we revive, and we play so much better, and it's just, it is disappointing. So there I'm gonna accidentally push him to 2 bars of power, and it's just really unfortunate here. I go for the heavy I shouldn't have, and the fight is over. But then we're gonna see that I come in and I go in with a completely different strategy of trying to build up to special 2s, and also played much more calculatedly aggressive. To make sure I could just keep getting hits in there. So even one extra hit in there before the falter. And there, like a nice intercept there. And I just need him to throw his special. There he throws it. And some decent damage from the special 2. And again, their use of the striker into the heavy to get the knockdown. And now we're playing like super aggressive. We're getting our hits in. And all of a sudden, this mod doesn't look so bad. So I'm happy I was able to figure out the right way to do it here. But you see, again, like building to special 2s, really nice damage there. And he's healing back up again. I need him to throw a special. that's kind of some of the annoying parts there. Again, Striker into the heavy, into a nice counter there, even though I hit the falter for a second. There we go, got him down. Happy to be rid of that fight. So that's the first of a couple disappointing fights this war. Next up, we've got Domino on Reinvigorated Unblockable. We've done this one already this season, and it's not so bad. Viv, excellent counter here. We're just going to build up to our special 2, take advantage of those, of the phasing there on the parry, and then get a nice big special 2. Not perfect, not as good as the last war's special 2s, but still pretty good. And then we're just going to wait for Domino to throw the special, and we can go ahead and counter with a couple unblockable special 1s. Still don't have her on the second account here at Sig 200, but still back to back special 1s is awesome. One more. Goodbye, Domino. Next up is Buffet, Mr. Negative, also with Reinvigorated Unblockable. More fun for Viv here. I decided to just make sure I'm going to wait till the special 2 to knock him down. I don't want to knock him down beforehand. I don't want to deal with potentially the inverted controls. So we're going to go big special 2. We get 4 out of the 5 there. Playing smart there. We actually phased part of that special 1, which is fun. I screwed up here, but luckily I was able to parry right out of the mess up and then finish him off. Let him throw that special 2, and he's done. Now we're going to go on to the main account, and the first fight is Anti-Venom against Wiccan. Really nothing special here other than there were a couple times that either I felt like my inputs weren't the greatest. I get hit just a few times. In this whole war, there were a couple times where I just got hit, and it wasn't, obviously you're not planning to. You want to parry or block or anything, and it wasn't doing exactly what I wanted. I can parry against Wiccan on here. Anti-Venom is Incinerate immune, so there's really nothing to worry about. Even getting the parries is not even a bad idea to get some free willpower healing on this one once I had already taken a hit. But there I take another one where I swear I'm trying to block. But sometimes it doesn't go exactly as planned. Okay. But again, he's perfect counter to Wiccan on here as a global attacker. Easy fight. Next, we're bringing in Hulkling again for Nimrod here. Spaced armor is not an issue. And all we're going to do is our normal things with Hulkling on this node. We're just going to build up to 2 bars of power, back off, wait for the special lock to disappear, and then we can go in and drop a big old special 2. Done. Next, we have Viv in section 2 on the thorns, where the armor ups are gonna glance, and if you hit them with an armor up, you're gonna bleed. We did this one really smooth with Nebula last time. This time was not as smooth because I get an accidental parry in and lose my shock charges and have to build them up a second time. So right there, that was an accidental parry. So 10 shocks on, but I don't want to try and convert those yet. I need to build to special 2. We get almost a full dex on the special 1. The opponent is running the recoil mastery, so more specials the better for me on this one. So that's always nice to see. And there we get the special with 15 shocks, convert it to 30, melt most of her down, bait the special 2 there against the wall. We're just going to get a few more hits in there to finish the fight. So not the cleanest, but still got it down. Hulkling is going to come in here for this Omega Sentinel. Also sloped armor, static defense, immunity to shock, and enhanced shock. So shock immune champion, because if you hit into their block, they're going to glance, you're going to get shocked. So Hulkling, excellent champion here against Omega Sentinel. Just be careful not to get too many armors so that you can't get the hits into, see there, like I can't go for the typical into the block unblockable special 2. We're just going to go with the standard special 2, which is fine. More than enough damage here. We want to keep the armor ups to a minimum. So they're just playing it a little bit slow. Omega Sentinel don't want to get parried by her. So, and make sure she throws that special 1. Also, and then another special 2 to knock it down. Great. Next up, this is actually a super fun fight. This is a massive Absorbing Man with all this extra heal, personal space regen, enhanced regen. Normally, you're trying to prevent Absorbing Man from healing with Anti-Venom and his Petrifies on the special 1. We can actually end up reversing. We can reverse his healing between the Withers and all the debuffs. And so I intentionally, at the beginning here, I did not heavy hit. This one I do heavy as special 1, but then I realized I can reverse all the healing here. So every time he throws a special, instead of trying to counter it with a heavy to shut it down, I'm just going to let him keep throwing specials. If he throws back-to-back specials, then he's going to get even more healing, and the more healing he gets, the more I can reverse. So there he throws another special. He gets all that nice healing, but we're throwing special 1s. We got the Petrifies up. There he gets the even extra healing, and look at him melt. Super fun fight with Anti-Venom. Love that one. Then we have a Zemo here, but if you look really closely, if you rewind and look, and I don't suggest you do, but there was a Gorr on node 40 that I tried to do with Anti-Venom. It took so long that I ran out of memory I don't have enough space. I lost the recording there on that one, but I timed out against that Gorr with Anti-Venom. I thought I'd be able to, I can't reverse his healing there, but I thought I'd be able to at least keep it in check. The problem is that every time I got a dex, it would remove my power. Because his special 1 is far enough away, I probably could have gotten away with removing dex for that fight, and then Anti-Venom might have worked. And I'm only thinking about that after the fact. But I'm just letting you know, I timed out on there. I needed somebody else to come in and finish that one off. So that's more problems for me. This Zemo, I've done this one in the past. We build up to a special 3, get a nice little heavy there, build up to 12 prowess, and we just let Magneto go to work on this one. He's always fun against Zemo, and I actually took Magneto up to rank 5 because I had a 4/5 mutant gem, and I was hoping he would do a little bit more for me, just a little bit more, and still wasn't able to do what I wanted at the very end of this fight. Here's another disappointing fight. I have an invul boost. I've done this one. I did this one with Void. I've done this one in the off season with Cassie, and I came in with Anti-Venom against this stinking Mangog, thinking that my Petrify would be enough to help keep his healing, like his regen in check. And for the most part, I get him spamming special 1s. I'm throwing the heavies to keep the slow on. I want to make sure I also get the stagger there, so when he does go to his 10 hatred, he doesn't get he doesn't get the buffs. I'm keeping the unstoppable in check. Everything is good, and then I'm gonna get clipped right there, and it kind of ruins my whole strategy. That if I see him trying to go to 2 bars of power to try and push him red, like I did with Void, and eat the special 2, so you don't eat the unblockable. To push him special 3, so you don't eat an unblockable special 2. Okay, and even have the invul boost up that if he does throw the special 2, that you can tank at least one of them. So at this point, I know the fight is essentially done because there's no way that I'm going to be able to last long enough with the increased power gain. Every time he gets over a bar of power, his power gain just increases. So I'm just trying to get through this as best I can. I'm going to get quite a bit of damage in before I eat an unblockable special 2, which is a theme in this war. And then we're going to heal up and revive, heal up again, and finish him off. There's the special 2, and we're going to come back in. He's at 47%, and this one goes perfectly. I do exactly what my plan was which is when he gets close to 2 bars of power, we go for it. We push him. We're able to push him red. He actually doesn't actually end up throwing the special 3. We're able to just hold block and force him into a few more hits, and we get off another like special 1 to take him out. But this worked. Again, it's possible that it worked with this strategy, but it was just disappointing that, again, getting clipped at some point messed the whole thing up. We're also like we've got enough debuffs on at this point that we're reversing whatever like willpower healing he was getting there for a second. Get the special 1 on again. And there we push him red, but we're able to go full combo into special 1 and take him out before he can throw it. Next up, we've got a Doom on Conflictor, and I've taken this Doom on Conflictor with Magneto in previous seasons of Alliance War, and I just got a little too cute on this and ended up taking a little bit of extra chip damage and a few hits to the face, but for the most part, I just have to keep track of whether or not he gets his aura up. So if he doesn't have the aura up, it's not really too much of a problem. We can parry heavy for the most part. You have to be careful that there's not a guaranteed chance that your parry is going to land. I also am not going to charge up my prowess until I'm ready to throw the special 3. So I do there. I have to be careful because if I have too many prowess and they all fall off at the same time, he potentially, with Mystic Dispersion, he could shoot up, and I don't want him to shoot up to a special 3. So I was playing that part after my special 3 a little careful. There, unfortunately, I take another combo to the face, drop a special 2 on him, even though he's armor break immune, that's fine. But I'm just, at this point, I'm just trying to get down the last bit here. So we'll throw a special 1. End up nice dex on the special 2. Take another combo. I just, there's no guarantee that the parries are going to work. But still, I didn't think I was just going to get hit right through the block there. So that's fine. And then we heal up and we attempt a maxed out ascended future Ant-Man with Magneto. I don't know who the best counter here is, but I thought looking back at the fight, my plan was build to special 3, get the big fury, and attack in. I tried, I couldn't figure out the spacing really well to bait his heavy with my heavy. It is a weird spacing. I think it's possible if I was better at shortening the gap, like with a quick light attack after he throws that heavy in order to counter with mine. But right there, that ruined the fight right there. I did not mean to get hit by that special 1. I meant to block it. And because of that, I lost a bit of my power. And the whole fight is essentially screwed from that point because I needed to get to a special 3 in order to be doing a lot more damage. Okay, and even there are a couple spots where I should have been more aggressive. Even here, what I could have done is I should have backed off and tried to get a few more prowess charges there. So there are things I think I could have done in this fight in order to guarantee that I get the solo. Instead, you're going to see that it's an unfortunate timeout. So again, this war was not my best. But hopefully, like I've said, every season that I have the shitty war, that, you can learn from it, find something that I did wrong. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what I could have done better. Hopefully it helps you make a decision on some of these fights. There's some good ones in there. There are some bad ones, some ones where I could have done better. But here, my goal was build to special 3s. And even here, I could have charged up a few more prowess for this next one, but even that last one, I didn't charge it up enough. And then I realized that I'm short on time and I just have to be extremely aggressive. I only have 2 minutes left and he's only down to 40%. So I have to start going with more attempts to counter his special one, like right there. Nice striker into a heavy. That was huge damage there. Like a nice 21k crit because I had like the double furies on. And then I go for the special one, but I also thought he wasn't going to be able to get the healing as much because of the magnetism, but he was still healing a little. He still got the regen when I threw the bleeds on him. So here I try again to build up to a big special. And here I just need him to throw one. I need him to throw. And I mess up there again. I'm getting very nervous at this point. And again, not a big crit that time. There I go for I'm just going for intercepts at this point, trying to get as much damage in as I can. Drop a big old special 2 on him. 7 seconds left. He's down to 10%. And unfortunately, we time out with like 9% remaining. So there are a few spots, especially getting hit by that first special one, or like early on in the fight, I think really would have saved me a lot of time. So that's it. That's the crappy war. Hopefully this is the worst it gets, and we go for another donut, or another at least deathless war the next time. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.